What's up, guys? It's Hatsmania. I'm coming to you with day 2 of UA week. Today is water UAs. Now, as you can see, we have a little bit of Nekroz in here. That's because it is Nekroz UA. This deck is purely fun. Do not take this to locals unless you really don't plan on winning. It's not that great of a deck. It can stun your opponent. This is more of a stun deck than anything. It really just prevents them from doing things. But it's pretty easy for your opponent to get over certain things. Specifically Nekroz the bird, whatever. I don't want to even try to pronounce that name. But anyway, here's the profile. 3 midfielder, 2 ace, 2 dunker, because dunker is pretty good in this deck. 2 rebounder, 3 of the Nekroz of the bird, 2 stadium. I'm playing 2 stadium because your monster count is very low in this deck. You're only playing 12 monsters. It's a very spell-heavy deck, and you do have more ways of searching this card out. So, and the only really card you want to normal summon is midfielder. So that's why I'm only playing 2 stadium. 3 signing deal, 3 Rhoda, because you can search out midfielder and the bird here. 2 power jersey, because you don't need more than that. 2 kaleidoscope, 1 cycle, 2 MST, 2 terraforming, 2 turnover tactics. This is a tech card of mine. I typically do not put this card in the deck because it has a high risk factor. However, this deck is pretty slow and doesn't really do much in terms of responding to what your opponent does, with the exception being these 3 cards right here. Turnover tactics helps that because it lets you shuffle through your UA monsters constantly, and having 2, sometimes I want to see it at 1, sometimes at 2, but it's very great at disrupting things. In a Nekroz Mirror Mash, this is like before the ban list anyway. This was a way out to the Jhin lock. It's not anymore. You don't really need to worry about that. There are other Jhins that you technically should be aware of, but Nekroz aren't real. Like typical Nekroz decks won't be playing them. Moving on, 3 upstart because this deck lacks a lot of consistency. 3 penalty box, 1 solemn warning, 1 compulse, and 1 bottomless. For the extra deck, I'm only playing 2 Mistbird, because the extra deck is pretty wide open. You're typically not going to go for... There should be no reason why you should go for an extra deck monster in this deck. You don't really have the consistency needed, and you play 3 level 3s, and you're never going to have both of them out once. 3 level 4s, 2 level 5s, 2 level 6s, and 2 level 7s. It's just so unlikely you're going to go into an Xyz play that I just didn't even bother. If you want to, it's pretty open-ended. Just put in whatever levels that you feel like you're going to need. But, I mean, the only one I even probably consider playing with this deck is Exciton, just because it board wipes, and this deck needs that. But other than that, I would not touch the extra deck more than this, because it just doesn't need it. Mistbird... it's just there because it's level 3. I mean, you could probably play the other level 3 that's a machine. I don't even know what it's called. I think it's called Turbo Cannon or something. But, yeah, it's just there because I chose this one because this is what it's from. So, I mean, he gets his powers from this guy according to the lore or whatever. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this deck profile. Please, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. And check back tomorrow for day 3 of UA week. And as always, have a nice day.